Hi there, I'm doing my second draft stream, and this time around I'm gonna just get right into it instead of checking out the stream for half an hour. I actually thought about doing the new cube draft. Where is it here? But yeah, I don't like. I'm not really a fan of sealed. I prefer draft because you can go pick by pick, thinking about the decisions, and I think it's just better for uh, for a video because I can kind of talk through my decision making and all that, and it's better for the chat because I think we can discuss picks easier that way. It is cool that you get to choose from cards from all different sets, but yeah, just the fact that it's sealed and I don't think the prize support's really that great. I think I'm going to prefer to do a draft. Okay, so picked up a scry land. I think these are fine for later picks. You know, if you get them uh, halfway through the pack, you know, as a sixth or seventh pick, I think they're fine because this guy is useful, but it's just not a great first pick. So I think in this pack, really, it's possibly between the heroes. Omen is very good. Um, I do like the Berserker. Um, Blessing is excellent for removal. Um, so I do think it's between Omen of the Sea, Eros's Blessing. Um, yeah, I do like those two. I'm gonna go with the Blessing because I find it's a good splash, and it'd be good for either a red white or a red green strategy. All right, so past two very good uncommons, Nessian Wanderer and Eutropia. This card here can just maybe run away with a game is strong. Is a strong way of putting it, but this can put you so far ahead in card advantage, even if it's just lands. Um, I mean, if you play this on turn two and get three lands out of it, it's just an absurd card. Um, and it does fit into um, actually not so much into a red green because red green is more about a 4 power matters, whereas so it wants bigger creatures. Whereas Nessian Wanderer wants more of a constellation deck, so white green or blue green. Uh, so So it is between that and Eutropia, I think. There is also the Hound, but that's more for an aggressive low to the ground deck. Hi there, Exiliate. How are you doing today? So yeah, I do think it's between Nessian Wander um, and really not much else. So I'm gonna go with the Wander. Yeah, Eutropia is good, but I would have been abandoning Blessing, and I would have been committing to 2 colors. Um, I'm good. This is my second stream for the channel. I did one for one Theros draft. Did white green constellation. So this is my second draft here. Um, Speaking of constellation, actually, I did pick this card last draft, and it was pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't go into what I got now, though. Yeah, this is well, not a problem. I mean, thanks for coming on the channel. I mean, I've never actually done streaming before. I mean, this is my second time, so it's uh, it's pretty interesting. I I find MTG Arena really good for just kind of as a platform, of talking through the picks and getting the thoughts of you guys on the chat. I used to watch a lot of MTG streams, and I really enjoy that. Especially guys like Ben Stark who go through each pick and talk with the chat about it. So I'm not really sure what the pick is here. If I would have taken your advice, Exiliate, I could have gone with the Caliph, but um, yeah, Nightmare is a pretty good card, and it does go into either Wander or Red Black, or either go into Red Black Green or Black Red. So yeah, it's a good option. Oh, and thanks for your recommendation because we get rewarded with Grasp here, so it's pretty sweet. Let's put with Grasp. So here, I mean, Envoy's is a pretty good white card, but we're not going into white. Um, there's Berserker, Mogus, Soul Reaper. Yeah, Grasp was a nice pickup. I mean, 2 nice removal cards in a row. Can't complain. So really no, I mean, there's the Colossus here, but that's kind of a filler late pick. Um, Here I think it's between the Soul Reaper Mogus and Final Flare. Um, yeah, Mogus would stay on the black plan. Yeah, that is actually a good point, Exiliate. That if we do go green black enchantments, the Colossus actually becomes better because that does trigger the Wander. Um, so yeah, that's definitely an option. I do like the Soul Reaper because it provides some late game card advantage. Oh, true. I didn't even notice that. Actually, yeah, I think that makes it the pick. I mean, it's an enchantment. It has a good ability, so yeah, let's go with that. So I got Agonizing Remorse, which is a pretty good removal spell. I mean, hand disruption spell, but I don't think I could take that over Setessan Training. This is an enchantment. It draws a card, gives a creature trample. I think this is excellent for the deck. There's also Nexus Wardens, which is actually I was really surprised with this with my last draft. This saved me against a Flyers deck, both with the life gain and with the reach. But I do think Setessan Training is uh, is really what ticks all the boxes here. Yeah, I do think training is better. Okay, here's an interesting pick. We got the Lamprey. Yeah, yeah. Let's hope for a wheel on that. So so Lamprey is an enchantment which goes with our strategy here. Green black enchantments. Plus it has two decent abilities. There's also the Loathsome Chimera. Chimera is a good card too. So I'm not sure between this. So you think Chimera, eh? Yeah, the escape clause on this is pretty good. All right, let's go with Chimera. I do like the enchantment part of that of aspect of Lamprey, but all right, let's try the Chimera. If anything, really, we need more creatures in the deck, so that's is a good pick. Okay, here I think it's between Berserker, Thief, and Colossus. Colossus is an enchantment for the deck. Thief is a 2-drop, and we only have Wanderer right now as a 2-drop. So I think that's actually those are probably the two options really are Thief and Colossus. Just Thief either for a low drop or Colossus because it's an enchantment and has a nice big body on it. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the Colossus just because Thief doesn't really contribute anything really to the deck besides being a 2-drop on a lower curve. So I think uh, I think I'm gonna go with the Colossus. Okay, it was past the Berserker anyway, so good thing didn't take that. Now there is a plummet. All right, so what are your thoughts, Exiliate? Plummet or Berserker? Plummet's a nice sideboard option against like those white chimeras, those 3/3 flyers. Um, yeah, I mean those chimeras are common, so it might be good to have a plummet in the sideboard. But I don't have a 5-drop, so the Berserker might be an option. Yeah, we have no 5-drop, so maybe the Berserker. But I would like to pick up a plummet at some point to get to have options. No, this is ranked draft. I try to prioritize ranked over traditional when I can. Okay, nice, another Soul Reaper. Um, I think it's best of 3. Yeah, for it's a ranked draft, so so why so why does picking plummet have to? Oh, I see what you mean. Because I don't have a sideboard. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that. Thanks for pointing it out. Because so Harpy. Yeah, Harpy is definitely the pick here. All right. So nothing there. All right. So that's a pretty sweet pick. I don't think I've actually played with Shadow Spear yet in a draft, but I mean, it's got to be good. I mean, putting it on any decent sized creature seems to be good. I mean, besides that, it's the Heralds. Yeah, or I mean, actually, I think Training is probably the best card in the pack besides Shadow Spear for our deck. But yeah, it's got to be Spear. So here, I think. So there's Charger, other Colossus, Citizen Skirmisher. Yeah, it seems like it's really good. I think I might have had it in one draft. I can't remember, but it's such a uh, cheap equipment that I mean it doesn't take much to get it active. So here I think Skirmisher or Colossus are the options. I'm thinking Skirmisher just because we only have one 2-drop, but I mean Charger's nice, but we already have uh, 5 3-drops at this point. This card doesn't seem very good to me. For three mana, I don't think. I mean, unless your creature has a really powerful enter the battlefield effect, I don't see this being too great. But yes, I do agree, Exiliate. I think Skirmisher is the pick. All right, so we're not in white, so unfortunately we can't take Banishing Light. Okay, nice. We do get another Wander, which is excellent. I think that's where this deck wants to be. Yeah, not unhappy with that. There is Marauder, which actually wouldn't be too bad, I think, because it's an enchantment and it's a 4-drop. But it's got to be Wander. Here our options are really pretty limited between Rights, Gift, and Huntmaster. I'm thinking Huntmaster just because we don't have any 4-drops. I mean, this would be clogging up the 3-drop space a little too much. So I'm thinking Huntmaster here. Yeah, I agree. I think having a 4-drop is going to be important. Oh, nice. All right, I think this is a tough pick here between Acolyte and Blessing. Both really good cards for our deck. I think Blessing might be slightly better, just because it's a removal plus it's an enchantment. But Acolyte's really good. This is tough. So I'm curious to get what your thoughts are, Exiliate. There is a Chimera, but again, I think we already have enough 3-drops. I don't think one of these will wheel. I don't think either the Acolyte or the Blessing will wheel. I think, if anything, really the Chimera or the Return to Nature might wheel. Which is why I think this is such a tough pick here. If between one of these, I think the Blessing is more likely to wheel. Um, but yeah, I do think it's unlikely. Um, yeah, I'm really not sure. Yes, I agree. I think the Blessing is the better card for our deck, but Accolade just is such a perfect pick for because we don't have too many 4-drops, and yeah, and Blessing triggers Constellation for our Wanderers. Um, yeah, I think we'll go with the Blessing. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with the blessing. Alright, here there's really nothing. This card is unplayable and limited. Um, so yeah, just take anything there. That's a pretty late omen of the sea there. I'm surprised to see that. Here, it's just a scout. Really, while the picks are drying up here, there's really nothing here. All right, that's a nice late pick trading. I would take as many of these as I could get. All right, another Colossus. Okay, this is actually a nice pick, a late pick here. It's a 4-drop and it's an enchantment, so I think we'll play that. Gift of Strength, probably not will play that. This card I really do like. It doesn't seem like much, but I think in a blue-green Constellation deck, it triggers Constellation plus. Uh, sorry, just a sec. My phone's ringing here. Hello? Hi? Not yet. I'm starting today. Okay. Sorry, could I actually call you back later on? Because I'm doing a stream on YouTube. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Oh yeah. All right. Apologies for that. I wasn't an emergency or anything like that, but just had to get it. Yeah, I agree. Exiliate Eidolon is really good. Just a cheap Constellation enabler and late game draw to 3 cards. I've always been happy picking those. All right, we're just getting. This is an absurd pack. Wow. We got Mantle. We got Drag to the Underworld. We have Myers Grasp. We got Mire Triton. Wow, this is. I mean, I do think the pick here is Mantle. This is a super powerful card for limited, but Drag and Grasp and I think Triton too are 3 excellent uh, cards for this deck. Yeah, yeah, Exiliate. I mean, it just when it rains, it pours. It's yeah. I think Mantle is definitely the pick, but hopefully one of these will wheel. I doubt it, but yeah, hopefully one of these will wheel. But I'm not holding my breath. Okay, here is a much less great pack. I think it's between the Haven and the Soul Reaper. I'm I'm thinking Haven just because it's a ramp, it's an enchantment, so it triggers our constellation. We already have enough 3 drops, so I don't think we need another Mogus. Um, so yeah, I think I think this is a really nice pickup actually because it ramps us and it triggers the and oh wow. This is another tough pick, but I am leaning towards the spawn. Final Death would be nice. Um, Lampad is a good card, but I think it's more in the red-black sacrifice deck. Spawn, I think, is just one of the best uncommons in the set. So I do think it's definitely Spawn here, although a Final Death would be great just because we don't have much removal. This card here hasn't really impressed me. I mean, oftentimes I find it's either a 3/3 or can even die sometimes. Um, so I don't really. I mean, for 6 mana, I don't think it's great. I'm actually leaning more towards the Nylea's Forerunner because it's a 5 drop. We only have one 5 drop, and it's an enchantment. So I do think it's between these two, but we already have 2 Colossuses. We don't need another. We don't need another 6 drop. Really, you think the lamp pad is good? Yeah, I was thinking Forerunner because it's 5 drop enchantment. Yeah, Forerunner is a nice pickup here. Okay. Really nothing here. No, I guess the Piper. Piper's not really that great of a card. Probably won't play it. Um, Already have a gift. I mean, wouldn't be playing another more than one gift anyway. So I guess it's just the Piper. Okay, here, so it's another Piper or Omen. Um, Omen does fit in the deck because it's an enchantment and it also ramps us. But we already have the Wolf Will Haven, which I think does a better job than Omen. Uh, Gonna take it anyway, but don't really see us playing it. Okay. Another training is nice. Um, what are your thoughts, Exiliate? Do you do you think a Remorse or the training is a better pick? I'm leaning towards the training. I'll play 3 of these, no problem. It's an enchantment. It draws us a card. Can give a Colossus trample. I just think this does so many things, but this is hand disruption here. Yeah, both are good cards. Um, I think the I think the training just does so many things. It's probably one of the best commons that we can get for our deck. So yeah, I think training is okay. This is a nice pickup actually. Uh, yeah, we're starting to get clogged up on the fours, but this is a nice. I mean, a 3/3 death touch for four is not something you can complain about. So I mean, there's really nothing else here. So just gonna go with the Hierophant. All right, nice. We got past the Triton. Um, so we did miss out on the Grasp. What was the other card? It was the four mana black removal. Both of those probably would have been better than the Triton, but this can't complain. This is an excellent 2 drop. So happy with that. Won't be playing any of these. Lampad. Won't be playing any of those. Yes, yeah, dragged to the Underworld, I think it is, which would have been nice for our deck, but again, Triton is great. Okay, so we're not splashing, so won't be playing that. Okay, so Piper is not really doing much for our deck, so cut that. I don't think this is a deck for Lampad. Uh, but we are short on 2 drop creatures. Okay, so 2 more cuts. Oh, you know what? I'd even noticed that the Lampad was an enchantment creature. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely a keeper for that. I didn't even notice that. I was just thinking that this is more of a red-black sacrifice outlet, but it's a cheap enchantment creature and it has a decent ability, so. Okay, so I need to cut a 4 drop. I'm thinking the Huntmaster because it's not an enchantment. Uh, so what are your thoughts, Exiliate, between the Hierophant and the Huntmaster? Which is a better cut? Um, I like the 3/3 Death Touch, but the Huntmaster does pump a creature for some extra damage. Hmm. I was thinking of keeping the Marauder just because it's an enchantment creature for triggering the Wanderers, but but yeah, besides that, it's a pretty vanilla creature. Yeah, I think the Hierophant is a better card than both the Marauder and the Huntmaster. Hmm. Yes, that's true. It's double black, so it's harder to cast. Okay, we'll try that. Let's try that. We'll cut the Marauder, and I think that's about it. It's, so 8-9 for the mana. All right, so it looks pretty good. Oh, sorry, there's needed an extra two more cuts. So I'm thinking Colossus. Um, because it's harder to cast and it's a top end card. Um, okay, I'm thinking. Okay, do you think the Scavenging Harpy is a cut? It is a flyer, so it's able to get some damage in through the air. But we do have two Soul Reapers. I think all of our four drops are decent. So I think it's a cut in the three drop area. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna try cutting the Harpy just because it's not an enchantment. Um, and the Soul Reapers, they're good defensive blockers, and they have a pretty relevant ability in their enchantment. So I'm gonna try that. All right, let's take it for a run. Really, a Soul Reaper, eh? Why do you think that why do you think the Harpy is better than a Soul Reaper? Because of the evasive damage. Yeah. Yeah, I like trying the Soul Reapers just because they're enchantment creatures and they draw cards later in the game. So we'll let's try that for now, and if I find that I need to get some damage into the air, I can always add in the Harpy. All right, let's try it. Okay, I probably wouldn't keep this hand if I didn't have so many black cards. Grasp and Nightmare and Soul Reaper make this a pretty decent hand. So I'm going to keep it. Hopefully we can draw some green mana before we draw some green cards. Well, there's Eidolon, so it's like I said before, this is just a great one drop. It does stuff early in the game, and it okay. I think I want to shut off this this Mystic here because it can enable their graveyard plus mill me. So I think I'm gonna yeah. If it was just a vanilla 2-1, I wouldn't do this because Soul Reaper can block it. Looks like we're set up pretty good here. Okay, opponent missed a land drop. Okay, I think swinging for 2 is. I don't think there's any flash creatures for that can really. Okay, there is the 2/2 bird, but I mean that would be an okay trade. Play Hierophant. Okay, so whenever an enchantment is control, so this becomes a flyer when Constellation triggers. Okay, I think I'm going to play the Berserker here. And the Hierophant in. Wow, opponent just threw away their Eidolon for 4 damage. Happy with that. So the opponent's probably, they're trying to be on the defensive here because wow, that was a really weird block. Pretty strange. But okay, so I'm gonna put on Berserker. Okay. Well, hopefully the opponent's got some tech issues or something on their end, but yeah, I'm not too sure about playing the Grasp on turn 2 with and killing the Wave Mystic, because I did have the Soul Reaper Mogus on turn 3, but I just didn't want to allow them to have a trigger on the Mystic. All right, well, you have a good evening, Exiliate. I really appreciate you coming on the stream and helping out. I don't think if it wasn't for your recommendation to go with the Elspeth's Nightmare, I don't think we would be in such a good spot with the deck. I think we really built something pretty good here. So again, I really appreciate your help, and yeah, thank you. Have a good night. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened here. Well, it looks like we didn't get a win. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened there. So that's a frustrating situation. Didn't get the win for the first match because of some network issues. Yeah, take care, Exiliate. Thanks, and you have a good evening. Okay, so opponent discards a mantle. Alright, well, that was an unfortunate mill. That would have been perfect. Colossus. So hopefully opponent doesn't have a final death here. Okay, so it looks like opponent might be leaving up a counterspell here. So I think I'm going to start by playing the Succession Training. So even if the opponent does kill the Colossus, we do get 2 2/2s. Okay, it looks like the opponent might have another counterspell. Okay, so this is interesting because I'm thinking they do have a counterspell. And if I do let them have their turn, they're going to most likely block my Colossus with their Philosophy Eidolon and draw 3 cards, which I don't want to happen. Yeah, this is a tough spot. I'm thinking it's better to pass the turn. Okay, so they did discard another Eidolon, which is nice. So they did get our Grasp, which is unfortunate. we did get a training. Alright, so that looks like that's game. Okay. Just a quick bathroom break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. So let's get to the third match. So those Setessan trainings, I think, are really what took away that game. It is unfortunate that the opponent had the first counter, but okay, this is an interesting hand because 4 swamps is not really where I want to be when I have an Exploring Colossus in hand. I do like having the Triton as a turn 2 play, and the Shadow Spear. These are both very good cards for my hand, but this Colossus might even be just a mulligan. But let's see. I mean, a mulligan would be -1 swamp anyway, so right. So I ended up getting a forest anyway. Okay, I think I want to get the Wander out first. He could have Amogus' Favor, which would kill the Wander. So I think I'm gonna take it. Okay, so he milled Thasta's Intervention, which is nice. So here I think I'm going to get the Chimera out. Because that way turn 4 I could have Triton and Equip with Shadow Spear. I think I'm going to take the Thief damage again. Okay, actually at first I'm going to play the Triton because I would rather have the Triton countered than the Haven. So that is unfortunate that I didn't get a land off the Wanderer, but yeah, Mobius's Favor is actually a surprising card. Okay, so get to equip Colossus here, which is nice. Okay. Well, yeah, this Mogus's favor is really doing a number on Chimera. But there's really not much else to do, so... Oh, I forgot about the +1 counter from the escape. So that actually works out. I'm going to take it here just because he has to deal with the Chimera some way. Or they have to, I should say. Which looks like they will with the lionfish. Okay, so I imagine that they have an instant to tap the Chimera. So I'm going to play Admirer's Grasp on the lionfish. So my plan here is to blessings the or to fight the lionfish. Okay, so that's a different... So it looks like we have a different game plan here. Okay, I did make a mistake there. I should have equipped the Colossus to gain life. But they did sacrifice it anyway, so it doesn't. So hopefully they don't have any sort of one drop. Um, okay, I don't think there's a board sweeper in blue-black, so I think playing the Hierophant is fine. Okay, so this is the reason why I don't like this card here, is because it shrinks every time your opponent draws a card. And since training is going to replace itself, it's still going to stay as a 3/3. Yeah, the escape mechanic is really good for the grindy long game. Alright, so that's technically the third win, but because of the network issue of the first game, it's really only counted as 2 wins. Okay. So the only play that stands out to me that was could have been an issue is when I played the blessing to on the Colossus to kill the brine. Uh, the the blue creature that has affinity for enchantments. I think it was the right play to kill that, but that the angelfish or whatever it's called could have really slowed down my game plan. So it might have been better to equip or to kill the fish, but other than that, it was a pretty clean game. Just getting myself a snack here. Okay, this is a bit of a rough hand here because 5 lands is not where I want to be, but I do have a 2 into 3 drops, and the Wander is such a good 2-drop. The only thing is I really don't need any more lands. I think because I'm playing first, I will keep it. I mean, getting multiple triggers off the Wander is such a powerful effect because it thins the deck, it provides card advantage. Okay, so it looks like they have a spear of their own. It looks like they might be an aggressive. Deck. I don't think there's anything for 2 red that can really do much here. The nice thing about having so many lands is it is thinning out my deck, but would prefer not to draw anymore. Okay, so they are going to whiff off of the second trigger here, off the Elspeth's Nightmare. Well, opponent's really pulling out the rares. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough game if I won't be able to race the flyer with the Shadow Spear here. Sorry for my dog there. No. Okay, well, Spawn was a nice draw here. So hopefully they don't play a large creature to okay. I think I'm going to sacrifice the Mogus just because it's the weakest creature. Okay, that was a nice draw. Okay, so I think that's game. Yeah. Yeah, them having that that Dragon Dino World was huge. They feel their escape and field their escape and removed a blocker on the board. So that was probably a bad keep on my part. 5 lands was just too much. All right, this is a nice hand here. It is too bad we don't go first. Nice curve, 2, 3, 4. So assuming the opponent doesn't have anything really powerful to play, this should be a really nice curve here. So that was a nice play by the opponent. It's a blocker, gets them a land. So opponent might have a counter here. I believe the 3-mana counter only counters creatures and enchantments. So I think I'm gonna go with Shadow Spear. Because it doesn't get countered by that spell. All right, that's not a bad trade. So that was the card that I was thinking of. So opponent's really going in on the counters here. So hopefully opponent doesn't have a bomb to kind of counteract his lack of card advantage. Alright, so it's top deck mode for the opponent. Hopefully the opponent didn't draw anything. I'm going to play the Actually, you know what? I'm going to play the Cetessan training on the Freaka spawn. I'm thinking the opponent probably has some sort of bomb in their deck, or multiple bombs, because they're playing 3 colors. Alright, well, we're whittling down the opponent's resources. We do have cards for free respawn. Unfortunately, that no, it will be a nice turn here because we get to play Mantle with Shadow Spirit Quip. So I think the opponent really has to draw something here. Removal. Removal is not even that great because I get to draw a card off Mogus, or I should say like a pacifism effect. Doesn't really negate a lot of the card advantage from the Soul Reaper. Okay, so that's what they needed to draw, something like that. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Nice thing about this is that the mantle still triggers, even though the however you pronounce this card negates the abilities on the Soul Reaper, because it doesn't affect the mantle itself. Well, that was a pretty good draw for them. Okay, so let's get the Colossus Trample. I'm not going to use the blessing. I mean, there's really no purpose behind that. I mean, save it for a bomb that the opponent very likely could have. Alright, well, even though the opponent drew the Ashiok's Eraser, which was a nice answer to the Farika spawn, we still overwhelmed the opponent with just too much board presence. Yeah, I think having it was a really nice curve that we had there from the skirmisher into the Mogus. It was nice that we were able to play around the 3-mana counter by playing the Shadow Spear on turn 3 and making the opponent use it on turn 4. And I think there was just too many powerful cards on the board with Shadow Spear, Mantle, big creatures like the Colossus that just took over the game. Now, if the opponent could have had a removal at any point, which would have definitely changed things, but they weren't playing black, so the only removal that they could either have would be bounce or some sort of passivism effect. So their options were definitely limited. Okay, so this is a bit of a sketchy hand with no black, but do have a 2-drop and have the Shadow Spear. All I need is a cheaper green creature or a black land, and the hand becomes much better. Okay, so things are not ideal here. Hopefully opponent does not have a 4-power creature on turn 3, or else things can get out of hand. That's not too bad. I mean, 3-mana 2/2 is not too scary. Okay, we drew a black land. Play the Mogus. So even if the opponent does have a 4-power creature, we can equip Spear and Blessing it, and Blessing the Soul Reaper to kill the Horn Beetle.
Later on, if I order some, you might go across the road and get some Chinese for me? Oh, jeez.
Okay. Sorry about that. Just had to check on something. Okay. So here I think I'm going to play Mogus, Soul Reaper Mogus. Okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna equip on the 2/5. Makes it a 3/6. And play the Hierophant to be mana efficient. Okay, that was a very bad mill. 3 very good cards into the graveyard. Okay, I'm going to equip the Hierophant with the Shadow Spirit because they have to double block if they want to kill. If they want to kill it. Now I'm not going to play any creatures because they don't do anything against the board, and I would rather draw a card if my opponent does kill a creature. I'd rather draw a card off of it. Yeah, that really sucks that that the mantle was binned there. Okay, so when this comes into play, you may put target enchantment from... Okay, so it's just pretty much a life gain card. Okay, so here I think I'm just going to play the Berserker. And attack with the Hierophant. Okay, so here I think I'm going to equip I'm going to equip the Berserker and attack. I'm going to play the Skirmisher because at the end of the turn I could always sacrifice it to the Soul Reaper. Okay, so I'm drawing a lot of lands here. So I think I'm going to play the Triton. And I'm going to attack with the Hierophant. Okay, so let's see what kind of aura the opponent gets. Okay, so that's pretty good because they can equip the 1/1 with the Sentinel's Eyes to block the Mire Triton, even when it's equipped. Okay, so I want to equip the Triton. Hmm. Actually, I think equipping the I think equipping the 2/5 is better. Because leaving on the Triton back on defense prevents them from attacking with some of their bigger creatures. Look at that. I was thinking Wendy's or Popeyes. They have three of the $20.
Your dad didn't order that, did he? James?
Nope.
Okay. I don't feel safe ordering it from there.
Okay, so I'm back here. That was a pretty good game there. Yeah, again another game where Shadow Spear, along with the larger creatures, Soul Reaper Mogus really pulled its weight there. Um, it was unfortunate that the mantle was milled there, but still was able to pull through. All right, yeah, this is a really nice hand. Keep that. Okay, so I think between the Nessian Wanderer and the Wolf Willow Haven, um, I'm only on 3 lands right now, so I think getting the Nessian Wanderer out is more important. Because the Nightmare and the Wolf Willow Haven trigger Nessian Wanderer. Hopefully they don't have a Grasp. Either Grasp or the 2-mana Thoughtseize. All right, so this is a nice turn here. Hopefully, okay. Fortunately, didn't get a land there. That's actually pretty bad. Yeah, I think that was a crucial turn. Not getting the land there was, but hopefully the Wolf Will Haven next turn can get something. Okay, so was able to get a rare here. Not a super powerful one, but still has some late game. Still nice to get something there. Okay, so I think I'm going to play the Haven. Okay, so got a spawn, that was nice. I didn't block the Temple Thief there because opponent could have favor of Mogus. Okay, so here I think my Forerunner is gets a land, puts a decent sized creature on the board. Okay, so here I think think equipping the Nylea's Forerunner. And playing a Scarred Berserker. Yeah, every game the Shadow Spear really outperforms. Just the combination of it being just a cheap cost with the multiple abilities. So I think their best blocks here are the Arachnir and Chimera. But I guess they're trying to fill up the graveyard so they can cast the Arachnir. Yeah, I'm not sure what the opponent can draw to get them out of this at 5. Okay, so that takes out the Wanderer. I mean, Wanderer's done its duty at this point, so not a huge issue. At this point, I think playing the Freaka Spawn is as it lets me win the game. Alright, so we're at 5 wins here. 2 more wins to go. Alright, looks like a good hand. 3 mana, both colors, 2-drop with the late game card here. Seems good. Okay, hopefully opponent doesn't have a Mogus' Favor. And hopefully I don't mill anything too good. Okay. I'm going to save the trainings for both the Hierophants and the Colossus. Okay. Hopefully I get a escape card. I'm not going to block because I can crack back for 5 and okay, first I'm going to here I'm not going to play the Shadow Spear. Playing it will let my opponent know that I have lifelink, and they're an aggressive deck, so I prefer them to get more aggressive, so that I can play the Shadow Spear with more discreetly. Okay, that's a really powerful card. Okay, so at this point, I think play this test and training on the Hierophant. And I think I need to gain life, so I'm going to so let's see here. So the opponent has 4, 8, 4, 8. Yeah, so opponent can kill me. Yeah, this is an excellent rare for opponent to have on the board here because all their creatures have abilities. So but I did make a mistake last turn. I should have equipped the Shadow Sphere and played Mantle. Well, actually, no. I drew Mantle off of training, I think. Yeah, if I had one small, if I had a small creature to block with, plus Mantle, I might have actually been in really good shape here.
Got 4 big pieces. I've got 3 small little pieces.
Do you have a wing in there? Do you have a wing in there?
Okay, well, this is a pretty strong card here. I think the opponent is holding up a counter here. So what I think I'm going to do is play a 3-drop. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. And I'm glad the opponent blocked with the Eidolon of Philosophy. Okay, I think the opponent drew a removal here. Okay, so I think the opponent needs to draw a pretty big bomb here in order to come back from this. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to play the Chimera because the The spawn can deal with a big creature. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sacrifice the Hierophant can attack through big, large creatures. Okay, so I think this one would have been a much different game if I didn't have an answer to the Kraken, because that card can, especially in turn 3, can just take over. Alright, I'm going to take a 15-minute break and I'll be back. All right, got my dinner, so on to the final match. I'm going to keep this just because I have a Wanderer on turn 2. If I didn't have this card, I definitely would not keep this. But I have 2 ways of drawing a land. So hopefully opponent is not playing black to remove this. This is an interesting card. It's going to get opponent a lot of value because I'm not pressuring them. Pretty cool art too. Yeah, I've always liked the sagas ever since Dominaria. Okay, so that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I was very unlucky. Okay, but in pretty decent shape. Okay, so opponent could have a final death here. So the card I want them to kill the least is the Wave Rider. I mean the least is the Wanderer and the Spawn. So if I put the training on the Chimera, yeah, just as I thought, they had the fortunately put the spear on the bottom of the library, but we're still in pretty good shape. Okay, so here I think I'm going to grasp the Hierophant. Okay. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating that. That might lose me the game actually. Okay, I'm gonna play the Berserker. No, I don't want him in here.
Come on, come.
He just wants to come in and out.
Go.
I didn't realize that Final Death actually was exile. Okay, yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, playing into that mantle was huge. Okay. Okay, so that was pretty unfortunate. Yeah, I think the opponent really had to have had a counter there to yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. But was able to get to six wins there. Okay, well maybe at some point I'll do a pack opening with these packs here. But for now, I think that's going to be it. It was a pretty fun draft. A pretty good green-black deck with some powerful rares and good uncommons like the Nessian Wanderer, which just got a whole lot of card advantage throughout the game. So really happy with the deck, and thanks to Exiliate45 for helping out with the picks and the stream. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.